Is it the technology that we're using, or is it us? Well, good morning, adjudicator, advisor, parents, and also my fellow researcher. Today, I'm Yesha Manasye, and this is my research that I've been conducting throughout the year. Well, first of all, what is technology? Here, I'm referring to how technology are used. Well, technology is a scientific knowledge that can be used for a practical purpose, mostly in industry and also our life. Well, in our daily life, technology is a really useful thing. And in this research, I surveyed 120 respondents and also 2 expertise that knows a lot about technology. One of the expertise say that technology is a really useful thing, but it's also a dangerous thing. Let's take an example of a knife. A knife can be a dangerous thing for people nearby us, and also even the user. Well, other than that, a knife can be a useful thing. Like, take for example, for cooking and other else. Well, this is a really, really useful thing, but also a dangerous thing, like what I just said. Throughout this year, we know that in Indonesia, the economic growth has been reaching up a lot. And from 2017 until 2021, we know that the economic growth is around 414%, and forecasting until 2025, it is known to be growth until 62%, that is a year from now. Well, from this, there's a lot that's gonna change from this. And then we need to adapt to this situation, like how technology is gonna affect us in our daily life. Like, how do we use it? How do we know that technology is gonna be a good thing? Well, it depends on us. Now we know that with technology can be a really useful thing. So I asked about how often that they use. 109 respondents say that they're using technology really often, while the other remains occasionally. They use technology occasionally. Well, this is going to be a good thing or not a bad thing, because technology can be a bad thing if you're addicted to it, or like you're using it wrong. Technology is such an important aspect in our life. Like, how can we use it correctly? Well, so I asked them on how much impact in their life. So positive impact is being brought by 85% and more by them, and the other remains neutral. How is it happen? And how do we maximize this positive impact that they're using? Well, positive impact can be happen by education awareness and also their responsibility on using the technology. This is brought by education and also their self. Well, how do we do this? How do we measure the probability on using technology in the negative side? We know that technology has been a really great aspect in our life, like what I'm using right now, or maybe you guys using before. Well, here, I'm gonna tell you guys that technology is really a good thing, but it depends on the user. We know, let's take an example, in health aspects, how technology is being used in our health. Well, there are people that are scared to use technology, like because of the blue screen stuff. Well, one of my expertise say that the technology can be a really great thing, but it impacts on the health. Well, they are improving a lot now. They have like this thing called blue filter. So it doesn't really affect our health a lot now. Just it depends on how long the usage is. Well, this is a good thing. We can use technology more right now. Well, but how do we use it positively? Well, what should we do then? Now, one of my expertise say that we need to start a campaign. Education awareness that I've mentioned before is really important for them. Now, from this campaign is gonna help people to be aware for themselves and to be more disciplined. How do we do this though? They're gonna be disciplined by the education that we're giving from the campaign, and more than 60% have joined a campaign, but the rest haven't. So I asked them, are you willing to join or not? And 120 respondents say differently. Some say that they will join and they will not join. They're confused on why they need to join or maybe why not. Like, what is the use of joining a campaign when you know what this technology is? Well, the usage of this campaign is going to be much more useful. The usage of this campaign is going to be referring to educational and also awareness for their life. Well, how are they going to use it? Like, you can use technology as what I mentioned before. My expertise say that technology is a dangerous thing, right? Well, it depends on the user. So it all starts from you guys. Now, from this campaign, you guys know that technology is going to be a great thing. technology is gonna be a good tool and a really useful thing in our life. Well, now we know that technology is gonna be a positive side. It's just like how we need to adapt, like just before I said, and how we need to use the technology well. So we need to start a campaign. So I asked my expertise. I consulted to him. How am I going to research and how am I going to use this campaign to be a purposeful thing? One of my expertise mentioned that making a campaign that is like more like a storytelling and to the point of a campaign is going to be a really fruitful thing. And one of the other expertise said make a museum, like make a scene or something like that attracts attention and make it encourageful, so that they won't be bored and like just go there and like, oh, I don't need to do anything here, and then they need to realize that how this campaign is going to be useful. So they know, they study also, not just like walking around and see the campaign, oh, this and this and this, but they need to understand what the campaign is about. And then from this, the campaign for future references, for future research also, the campaign is going to be a large, more impactful way of learning and educating people. And so my research resulted on a positive side that actually technology can be a positive thing that you can hold and you can use. How does this work? It all starts from you guys and also me. It doesn't really matter who the user is, but it just matters on how they're using it. And I'm Yesha Manasye, and thank you for your time. God bless you.